All right, y'all, sit down, lie down, squat down. But I'm back, Belle Tellz. And today, the title is Meet Cowboy. So, some of y'all have asked how we met, how did I get engaged, because I've really kept most of my stuff very private for good reason. But, so some of the competitions I'm going to do in the spring and summer when he's up, he's going to try and record. And so you're going to start hearing him in the background a little bit more. He's not on camera. He doesn't want to be on camera. We're working on that. That's a work in progress, so we'll see. So I will only refer to him as Cowboy to also just protect his privacy. So here's how we met. And it's kind of long, so I'm going to divide this up in 3 parts. So months and months ago, I was coming up with different ideas for stories to narrate and all that jazz. And so I'd had a couple people ask me, well, do you have any more dating stories? And I didn't, because I wasn't really going on dates at that time, just here and there, but nothing to, to write home about. So I decided to join a dating app. And which is kind of ironic given the fact that Cowboy doesn't like social media, but it's really, how people meet anymore is through social media and these dating apps. Nobody really meets. Would you agree?
Yes, I do. I agree.
Nobody meets the way we used to when we were coming up.
No. Nowadays, everybody's scared to walk up to a person.
Well, I don't know about scared. I'm not scared too, but.
No, other people, when you approach somebody, they tend to get scared.
Intimidated, I would say.
Well, yeah, intimidating, but they don't know what your purpose is. And they get scared, so.
Not me. So, he had actually messaged me, and I never responded. And then, was it a couple days later, you messaged me again?
Yes.
So he messaged me again, and I was just, I think I was just laying, it was like in the morning or something.
Yes, it was.
So I was just laying in bed, and so I was like, yeah, I'll entertain this. Well, I thought when we were talking, like through the messaging and stuff, I thought he was a scam. I was like, this guy's fake. These aren't even his real pictures. This is not the real deal. And so I told him, so I don't like talking on these apps. I don't think you get to know somebody. I don't think, you really get to know who somebody is till you talk to them on the phone. Then you get to hear a voice. You get to hear the response. You get to hear their reaction. You kind of get a better feel. Is this who they say they are, or, are they better just texting? Which, if they're better just texting, then I'm out. So, lo and behold, he shot me his phone number. And that's when I was like, okay, he's real. He's not fake. So, I thought, you know what? Let me give it a little bit. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll text you. I'll call you later. So he'd asked me when I'd call him, and I said, 9 o'clock tonight. Let's just do it later tonight. And he was like, okay. Did you think I'd call?
No, I didn't.
But I did.
Yes, you did.
I think you picked up on the first ring.
No, second. I never pick up on the first ring.
Yes, you did. You picked up on the first ring.
No, I picked up on the second ring.
You picked up on the first ring, and you said, Amanda?
Yeah, because it said where you were from. The area.
Whatever. For argument's sake, second ring. So.
Second ring.
So, anyway, so we talked. We wound up talking, an hour and a half?
I believe so, yes. It was a good conversation.
Right. So, I even said, holy crap, this guy can keep up with the conversation. He can keep up with my wit. Like, okay. Now, he's not a talker. That is one thing I caught on to really quick. He's not a talker, and he's really quiet. And he's always quiet. He don't really talk. Sometimes I ask him, are you even listening? Yes. Just because I don't talk doesn't mean I'm not listening to you. I'm listening to everything you're saying. So we had talked a few times, actually. It was on the third conversation. Are you ready for this one? You ready to talk about it?
Yes.
So on my third conversation with him, I don't remember where we were at in the conversation. He said to me, you know, after the first time I spoke to you, I knew I'd marry you. And I knew right away I was going to put a ring on you. And what was my response?
You got way too much invested and you don't even know me.
Was I that abrupt?
Yes, it was.
So it was pretty direct.
It was very direct.
Huh. Okay. So what did I do after that?
Bolted.
I was gone. I said, you said the M word. You're not supposed to ever say that to me. What he didn't know is I was not going to get married again. That was done. I was out. Getting married was the last thing on my mind. But obviously we're going to be getting married now. So we'll get in more detail later. So I bolted, and we didn't talk for about, I say 4 weeks, you say 5.
Well, it was something like that.
And I happened to be one day listening to a podcast, and this lady worked for the FBI. And she used to. And she used to do these profiles for the FBI. And she was talking about a case of life for me. I can't find that podcast anywhere. I don't know where. It just popped up as a suggestion. I happened to listen to the story. She said, and you know, this is good advice, because if you have ever been in an abusive relationship, and I have been a victim of domestic violence in the past, when she said this, it clicked, because I thought, holy crap, she's right. So a precursor for an abusive relationship is when they start pushing their agenda, when they don't respect boundaries. When you say don't call, don't text, don't la la la, all that, or I don't like that, don't do that again, and they keep pushing their agenda, that is a huge red flag that you are looking at a very abusive relationship. There will be some type of abuse down the road, whether it's mental, emotional, physical, sexual, financial, some type of abuse. And he had always, during this time, had always been in the back of my mind. And it clicked in that moment, because I was like, oh my God. Because what I told him when I bolted was, I'll text and call you when I'm ready to talk. Don't text or call me. And I think you only texted me one time to say, hey, just wanted to see if you're okay. I said, yes, I'm fine. That was it. He didn't text or call after that. I mean, that was all the communication we had. So when she said that, he popped in my mind. And I thought, oh my God, this guy has respected my boundaries. And I didn't even catch that. So I waited a couple days, and then I decided I'm going to text him. I'm going to see I'm going to feel him out. And so I shot him a text, and all I said was, how's your dating life? Which I was surprised you responded. But he did. And all he said was, what dating life? And so then we texted a little bit more. And I asked him, I said, can I call you? And his response is what shocked me. He said, yes, I've been waiting on you. I knew you'd come back. I just had to wait on you. Am I right?
That's correct.
He doesn't talk, I'm telling you. So I'm going to end it there, because I did call him, and I'll let you on. Like, part 2 will be kind of what happened after that. But life lesson on this is sometimes the things we fear are what keeping us from growing. Sometimes we just have to face the fear. My biggest fear was getting hurt again. And I think anytime you start a relationship, get in a relationship, there is that fear of being hurt. Nobody wants to get hurt. But I also want somebody that I can have that last kiss with, that last hand I hold, that one that is there when I take my last breath. And in order to have that last, you have to take a risk, and it's a gamble. So I guess when it comes to life, sometimes the big things that really matter the most, you're going to take a gamble. And anything worth having takes work. Nothing will come easy. So that's the life lesson. All right, y'all. Please and thank yous are a must. Smile never hurt no one. Be cognizant of the things you say and how you say them, because kindness is priceless. Y'all have a good week. And have a good Thanksgiving, by the way. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Bye-bye.